We're here mainly because of one woman, and that woman is Gail Beggs, the Deputy Minister of Environment, who's done a fantastic job shepherding the Ministry of the MOE. And when we first got involved with Gail a few years ago, she said, Michael, and to our CEOs who are all here tonight, you must get involved with the environmental sector. You must get involved with the non-governmental sector. You must get involved in the communities where you operate. And as a result, this is our second year of a 3-year commitment to Pollution Probe, but we've made the same commitment to WWF, Lake Ontario Waterkeepers, Environmental Defense, Earth Rangers, and many others across the country. So we're putting our money where our mouth is when it comes to working with the environmental sector. So Bob and ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be standing here tonight on behalf of the Cement Association and as a Platinum sponsor. As Blair Feltmate, Director of Sustainable Practice at the University of Waterloo, is quoted as saying on the brochure for tonight's event, if you really want to get a sense of who the leaders are in Canada in the area of sustainable development and environmental stewardship, it's almost guaranteed that they'll be at the Pollution Probe Gala. And indeed, the number and diversity of distinguished leaders in the room today is a testament to the vibrancy and the sustainability movement in Canada and to the great contribution, Bob, that Pollution Probe is making here in Canada. It's a real privilege, personal privilege for me tonight to be here and sharing the stage with Jeffrey Simpson. Jeffrey Simpson has become a leading journalistic authority on sustainable issues here in Canada, and in particular on climate change. His 2007 book, Hot Air, Meeting Canada's Climate Challenge, draws on lessons from past attempts to address climate change in Canada and provides a comprehensive and accessible guide to the most promising path forward for politicians, industrialists, and environmentalists alike. Drawing some inspiration from Jeffrey's book, there are 2 key messages that I think bear particular significance at a gathering such as this. First, climate change is the greatest threat that Canada, and indeed all of civilization, has ever faced. Canada is a northern country that stands to experience some of the greatest changes in warming, is on the front lines, therefore, of climate change. All the more reason for Canada to be on the front lines of innovative solutions. More importantly, in my view, any meaningful attempt to tackle climate change and indeed to achieve broader aspirations of sustainable development will not only require that all corners of the Canadian economy contribute, but that governments, industries, environmental groups, and the broader civil society rise above the rhetoric and strategic positioning of our respective sectors and work together at solving this problem. I can say that the cement industry, along with our partners in the concrete industry, are ready to be proactive partners in this challenge. After all, concrete is literally the foundation upon which modern societies and economies are built, and we believe it will be the foundation of sustainable societies and economies in the future. Of course, we know that this will only be as true as our commitment to sustainability. A track record of continuous improvement, a demonstrated commitment to transformative innovation, leadership, transparency, a culture of collaboration. We understand that these are the necessary ingredients to define and build a sustainable economy and to maintain our social license to operate within it. From quarry extraction to concrete recycling, from energy efficiency to low-carbon fuels, from the quantum physics of cement chemistry, and I'm not joking here, to the Newtonian physics of highway fuel efficiency. The cement industry is partnering with academics and a broad array of stakeholders to examine every aspect of our industry, to find ways to reduce our footprint, and to innovate solutions to the sustainability challenges that face us here in Canada. Right here in Ontario, through proactive engagement of members like Wholesome Canada, we have supported the development of the Cornerstone Standards Council. Through the leadership of Dr. Rick Smith from Environmental Defense and Lauren Johnson, the Cornerstone Standards Council is working towards developing world-leading standards for aggregates that will focus on the unique geography of Ontario's landscape, in particular the Niagara Escarpment, the Greenbelt, and Oak Ridges Moraine. Our members have been investing heavily in low-carbon and carbon-neutral fuels. For example, CIMA Quebec, working closely with the provincial government, has been a leader in the use of alternative and renewable fuels in Canada. They pioneered a process called Synergia, which through thermal efficiency and fossil fuel replacement can reduce GHGs by up to 10% over industry practices. Lafarge Canada is spearheading similar efforts here in Ontario with their Cement 2020 initiative, a unique 3-year full-scale demonstration project designed to evaluate the use of a range of biogenic fuels, including biomass. And finally, we have St. Mary's Cement that showcases a truly inspirational algae pond biofuels project. And St. Mary's Bowmanville plant is also the first cement plant certified in Canada to the ISO 50001 standard. These and other energy projects hold promise for step changes to the GHG footprint of our industry. We are also pursuing robust life cycle assessments to better understand the impacts as well as where and how cement and concrete can generate more sustainability value. For example, making use of concrete's inherent thermal mass, which can be used to significantly reduce global warming potential, or how pervious pavements can contribute to stormwater management. But what does all of this progress mean against the scale of the challenge? Well, a recent PricewaterhouseCoopers report suggests that we are on track for a 6-degree rise, a 6-degree rise in global temperatures in this century, if we continue business as usual. The global economy needs to cut carbon intensity by more than 5% every year between now and 2050 if we are to keep the planet below the 2-degree warming threshold that scientists believe is the upper limit to avoid catastrophic climate change. It cannot be overstated. Much more needs to be done. And of course, not only in the cement industry, but across the entire economy of Canada. As Jeffrey notes, the essential ingredients of an effective policy response to climate change are compulsory requirements, economic efficiency, simple administration, and political acceptability. And whilst we still wait the details of the sectoral approach being developed at the federal level, other levels of government are experimenting. We have the carbon tax in BC. We have cap and trade in Quebec. We have renewable energy subsidies here in Ontario. And we have the Technology Fund in Alberta. These are all positive signs that the policy apparatus is acknowledging the challenge and starting to tackle it with more serious and concrete action than in the past. This tapestry of approaches makes this both an exciting and challenging time for business. Not being able to predict, though, what the policy and market signals will be in the future, both in Canada and with our major trading partners, makes investment decisions in Canada today that much more difficult, especially in capital-intensive industries such as the cement industry. At the same time, though, we all know that more and more coordinated policies will come, and that eventually we will see the emergence of a widespread and perhaps global price on carbon. And to quote Mr. Simpson again, today's heresies are tomorrow's conventional wisdoms. Clearly, it's vital that the approaches be pursued, be smart, that they be effective, and that they be fair. And the sooner we begin this work, the less painful it will be. 2 weeks ago in his acceptance speech, Barack Obama remarked, "As it has been for more than 2 centuries, progress will come in fits and starts. It's not always a straight line." So it will be with climate change and with the broader goal of sustainability. The important thing is to start, to begin, building the types of collaborations that will help engender conditions necessary to take us forward. Through the reasoned insights of people like Jeffrey Simpson, the careful and detailed analysis of leading groups like Pollution Probe, and the concerted efforts of so many of you here in the room today, I have every confidence that we will get the job done. The conversation is maturing, public opinion is shifting, and businesses are adapting. And now our challenge is to continue to evolve as leaders in learning together. Thank you very much.